What's up, fam? We're in my backyard, and you know what that means? It's time for a little sound design and songwriting thingy. So, let's head inside and get to it. Okay, so we're going to be using the Arturia V collection in conjunction with my Minilab Mark II. I'm going to sequence the eurorack here with my OPZ, and as far as the drums, Freebeat has just released his first sample pack, which includes some really fantastic loops. All the drum hits are very solid, and I'll put information for those things and where to get those in the thing where you would find those things. Go check out that guy's channel. He is fantastic. Very, very solid artist. I really enjoy all of the stuff that he's been making lately. So let's check out the drum loop that I'm going to be using for this. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using the Arturia V collection for all the sounds that are not the eurorack. The eurorack is just going to be providing a melody, and I'm going to be sequencing that with my trusty OPZ here. As far as the sounds coming from the Arturia V collection, I've got the Prophet V3 pulled up for bass. I always use the dub bass preset. Don't really change anything about it. It's a really nice, warm, round sound. For the background pad, or the backup pad sound, if you will, I always use the Mellotron, which I just leave it on the strawberry flutes. Not really a Beatles fan at all, but this patch is really, really quite nice. It's got kind of a really mellow quality to it. Mellotron, mellow quality. No pun intended. And for some added color, I'm going to use the synclavier. I'm really glad that they put out the synclavier as part of the V collection. I think it's one of the newest to be added to it, and there's no way at all that I could afford a synclavier. I don't think many people could afford a synclavier now or when they came out. Also, it is very, very difficult to program that in, so we're just going to be using some presets with that as well. And it makes it kind of easy if you want to kind of dial in some of these sounds on your own. Then you can use the same sounds I'm using. Dub bass for the Prophet V3, the Strawberry Flutes patch on the Mellotron, and when we get to the synclavier, I will tell you what kind of patch I'm using there. So let's start out with the Mellotron, and I will let's see, we're going to pick the key of F. And to keep things simple, I think I'm going to use that famous pop chord progression, the 1, 1, 5, 6, 4. Probably we all have heard that many times. So let's go ahead and lay that down real quick. Okay, and next I'll add some bass to that. Okay, so for the bass groove, I'm really just going to follow the chords that I put down a second ago, and let's see, let's just do that. Seems pretty good. So now we'll move on to a little bit of flavor, a little bit of color with the synclavier. And once I choose a patch, I'll let you know what I've picked. Okay, so I'm going to go with this patch that I found called Lightway. It's a pretty kind of basic pad sound, additive pad sound. And I felt like it was a little bit lacking in width, slightly, so I put the Tal chorus on there. If you don't know about the Tal chorus, it's basically the same chorus that the Juno 60 used. I used to have a Juno 60 way back in the day, and the chorus on that thing is absolutely phenomenal. The guys over at Tal have a really good plugin of that, and they also made a plugin of just the chorus itself, so you can put that chorus on whatever kind of plugin that you want, or whatever, if not a plugin, whatever you want, really. So I went ahead and stuck it on the synclavier sound called Lightway, and I'm pretty much going to play the same rhythm that I did the bass line. You'll see why I use the Mellotron. It's kind of a nice background pad. It kind of backs up whatever other kind of sound that I'm using, especially in a pad sense. If I know I'm going to use a pad in the song, then I know I'm going to use a Mellotron in addition to whatever other kind of pad sound that I'm going to use. I feel like it just kind of fills out a little bit of the sound, and it makes the song or the section sound not so thin. So you'll see why I did the Mellotron here in a second once I add the synclavier. So let's go ahead and add that synclavier. Okay, so I hope you see why I would put the Mellotron in there. You kind of hear how it just fleshes out the overall meat and potatoes, I guess, of the frequency range. I like it. I think that it adds just a little bit of oomph in the background. Without it, I think it just falls flat. So now we're going to do some eurorack stuff, and I'll explain the patch once I have patched it. Let's see, let's move the camera up. I'll kind of scoot it around here. Let me do a quick scoot up, and boom, there we go. And let's see, the OPZ in there so you guys can kind of see what I'm going to be doing here. And let's set up a patch really quick, and after I set it up, I'll explain it. So through the magic of YouTube, let's patch. And boom, just like that, a patch out of thin air. So I'll try to describe this as quickly as I possibly can. So we've got pitch and gate coming out of the OPZ. The pitch goes into the Platts module, and the gate goes to the dual AH DSR envelope here. From the Platts, we're going main output into the multi-mode filter, low pass out of the filter into disting. The disting is in tape delay mode, and that is going directly out into the sound card here. Excuse me. From the multi-mode, or from the envelope here, envelope 1 is going out to the level control of Platts, and there's a mult coming out of envelope shape 1, and that is going both to the frequency input of the multi-mode filter and to the VCA, to the input of the VCA. From the second envelope, here on the dual envelope generator, I'm going, let's see, into the morph control of Platts, and the second envelope is also being multed. It is going to the, let's see, timbre control of Platts, and it is also going into the control voltage of the VCA. So basically what's happening is when envelope shape 1 opens up, it's allowing envelope shape 2 to pass through, and that is going out to the Z control of the Disting Mark IV. So, in a nutshell, that's what we have going on. It's a pretty simple patch. I know it looks kind of complicated, but it's not really. If you're familiar at all with modular synthesizers, you would know that that is not very complicated. Also, I must add that fairly soon, within the next, I would say, 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to be doing a little contest for to give away my Sound Machines SY1 Synesthesia module. This is what I've been using to control all of the lights on my Music for Kotzen version 2 audio-visual thingy. I'll put a little card maybe somewhere around here. Somewhere around there. So, yeah, let's hop into it. I like really simple melodies, or simple melodies kind of stick out a little bit more than complicated melodies, especially for something like this, that pop chord progression. You don't want something very complicated going on. So I'm gonna whip up a really, really simple melody going on here, and we'll see what happens. And here it is with the melody. And that's what I've got. And that's it for another songwriting / sound design video. This one wasn't a lot of sound design, it was more of a songwriting type of a feel. I guess we did a little bit of sound design at the end there with the eurorack, but not particularly. We just kind of patched up a sound and used it. Really didn't design very much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Peace!